Next to the two LFOs, there are other modulation possibilities available down in the bottom left-hand corner of Sculpture as well. The first of these is the jitter control. So once I've reined in the amount of vibrato from the previous tip, what I'm going to do is just go into the jitter module. Now jitter is also like an LFO, but rather than being a straightforward waveform oscillating up and down, what we have is a noise-based waveform, so a complicated harmonic shape which will produce jittery effects. So once again, I can pick a target and an amount, and there are two targets again available per jitter control with a rate dial over on the left hand side. So I can pick two targets for the first jitter module and set either a positive or negative amount and then set the rate. Then if I want to, I can start all over again with the second jitter module as well. Let's hear the effect that this first jitter module is having. Great, I like those effects, so what I can do if I want to is to start all over again with two new parameters at jitter 2, which are governed by the same rate speed but can otherwise work independently in terms of their amount. So some great little wobbly effects can be achieved with the two jitter modules. Next, we're off to the velocity and note on random modules within Sculpture. And what these allow you to do is to use velocity as a shaping tool. So again, I can pick a target for velocity, choose the curve that I want to use, and select an amount that I want the velocity to affect the target that I've chosen. And again, that can either happen positively or negatively, so I can invert the functionality and pick a second function. And similarly, I can pick two parameters to randomize every time I play a note. So that's the note on random if I want to use it too. Lastly, I can work with MIDI controllers. So I can pick two targets per MIDI controller A and two targets per MIDI controller B, and you can see what those assignments are right down at the bottom. So currently, MIDI controller A is the mod wheel, but I can change that to any MIDI controller number I like. So at the moment, the mod wheel can affect two separate targets as well. So I've got LFO1, LFO2, jitter, vibrato, velocity, note on random, and MIDI controllers, all of which can go to work on my sound to create real-time modulation. Fantastically involved, comprehensive modulation possibilities within Sculpture.